Hello everyone and welcome back to Train Sim World 5. Today, I finally caved and bought the Train Sim Germany so-called expert level DBBR 101. I've spent the last couple of days poking around it and it lives up to the title. To be fair, it's probably the only quote-unquote study level train that we have in this game. The definition of study level varies from person to person, but that's just my definition of it meets my definition of study level. So yeah, we're at Dresden Hauptbahnhof on the Nahverkehr Dresden route, and we are heading up to Riesa. Just one thing to say before we get started: this is based on the 101 DLC that was originally made for the Duisburg to Bochum Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr route. And it's a pretty much, like, complete overhaul. Now, my one complaint about this locomotive is the price. This will set you back a cool £30 or $40 at full price. Because this locomotive on its own costs more than the full route price. It costs the same, sorry. Which is slightly outrageous, so I wanted to wait for it to go on a good sale before I bought it. And yeah, I picked it up at the Steam Spring Sale. Just also another quick disclaimer, you have to have Nahverkehr Dresden to Riesa and also Bahnstrecke Salzburg to Rosenheim in order for this train to work properly. It creates a new timetable for both of those routes. Which are very, very similar. The only difference that I've discovered is on this route, Nahverkehr Dresden, you can actually drive the DBBR 411 Ice-T from the Kinzigtalbahn on the route now, which is nice. Because you can't do that in the normal timetable. What else? This thing also substitutes into the normal timetable the normal 101 timetable services, and which also means if you have the Taranto Rampe Dresden to Chemnitz route, which I don't, by the way, you can actually drive some freight services with this thing. But enough waffle, let's get started. Unlock right-hand doors. Master lights on, headlights on. Let's flip U to headlights, U to PN, check the circuit breakers are good, sit down, put U to quick release and unlock brake key, change contrast on U. This is where the European Train Control System, or ETCS, would be, but ETCS is not simulated in this train because I don't think it's really possible, like core game limitations. I think they would have done. Check for faults. There appear to be none. This train does have active faults, yes. If you're driving along, a random fault will trip. Now we go over to this ancient-looking computer over here and set maximum line speed to 6, and then set that to 220 meters, and then send the train data to the computer for the LZB and PZB system. So yeah. CIFA is on. Check the circuit breaker panel. Every single circuit breaker works. Like, look at that. That's mad! I know we're late, but this is so cool. Also, if you go into the settings, there's actually two different modes. If you go in player assist, you'll see this. Expert mode. If you want to drive this thing realistically, you turn that to on. If you just want to drive it like the old BR 101, then you just turn that off. I'm not exactly sure what this switch does, but yeah, this switch only applies to this BR 101 locomotive. So yeah, also, by the way, fully modeled engine room, which we didn't get with the original BR 101. I still have the original BR 101, and this is like miles better. Right. Release PZB. Alright. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit Control E instead of... Right. So I think we should put that to 80. AFB is working because we're in an LZB zone. Let's change the contrast so it's not so bright on the old eyes. And, right, let's get moving. Also, you will notice on the other end we have the Intercity Sturwagen cab car. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I will be driving that in the next video. Oh, safe to release. Check. But under 70 kilometers an hour, I've got to acknowledge LZB before every signal. Mind you, I don't really know how LZB or PZB works, so if I have a skill issue, just let me know. Sifa. Alright, Dresden Neustadt in 3 kilometers. And yes, I know we're running late, but hey-ho, I was showing you the train. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever attempted a full service with LZBZ. I'm just hitting release and acknowledge at the same time because I don't know the difference. Yeah. Managing this thing at times is actually a pain in the rear end. I'm not gonna lie. Above 70 kilometers an hour, we will have to acknowledge for every signal, which is nice. We'll only have to acknowledge for non-green aspect signal, shall we say. Alright, we've got a signal coming up. It's like, got a train. There's a, for being a route with, wow, for being a so-called commuter route, this actually has quite a lot of freight. Oh, it's a 143. Is it a 143? Can't tell. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's a 143 because the 112 from Hamburg to Lübeck and the 114 from, oh, what is it? The Kinzigtaubahn, that's it. Also substituting here, which is, yeah, which makes identifying them very annoying. Come on, AFB, stop behaving weirdly. There you go. Alright, so once I get above 70, I will have to acknowledge for every signal. I'll just have to acknowledge for non-green aspect signals as stated previously. Which means I'll probably have to acknowledge this. I'll acknowledge this signal up here just to be safe. Okay, there we go. We shouldn't have to acknowledge now. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Looks like there's a 146 with 2 carriage Dostos heading over the bridge. Alright, Dresden Neustadt coming up. I do love the 101 in its intercity livery. That was one thing that was really missing with the original BR101. We didn't have the intercity livery. I meant there are ones for there were Creators Club liveries, but that doesn't really. Okay, right. Shut throttle down. CFA acknowledge. Release LZB and PZB. And let's get the brakes on. Which means I'll have to acknowledge these chaps. Yeah. I must admit, managing LZB, PZB, and CFA at the same time is a bit of a faff at times. Right. Acknowledge the signal. We can keep LZB on. What does that mean? Maybe the train is telling me not to apply so much braking. That's probably it. This is a good-looking locomotive, I must say. Like, the intercity with the stripe. Probably one of the better-looking German locomotives. I mean, probably my favorite looking if we're talking about looks, my favorite German locomotive would probably be the blue and cream DBPR 111 off of the Mittenwaldbahn, which is ironically also another Trains in Germany product. Oh, there goes a 146. Wonder where he's going. I can check on the map. Oh, he's heading to Meissen-Trebestal. One major regret that I have with this route is we never ever got the Dresden Flughafen branch, which would be awesome, but nah, hey ho. Full service, please. Let me. You're unlocking the doors. Okay, fine. Yeah. Basically, what I did with this braking mode over here is I turned this from electric brake to both brakes. So now, when I do the train brake, the electric brake comes with it too. Just a little, yeah, just a little thing. Wait, what the heck? You're seeing this, right? What on earth? Why are the carriages lit like that? Huh. Must be a light baking issue. Come on. Alright. Next stop and final stop, Riesa in 42 kilometers. Nahverkehr Dresden is my probably third favorite German route. After what is it? After Niddetalbahn and Mittenwaldbahn. The Mittenwaldbahn is technically half and half, half German, half Austrian, so. I must say, with these intercity, like, matching coaches, matching livery. That is pretty cool. Right. We're going to clear it up to 100 and then up to 160. So far, we seem to be doing alright. Fingers crossed. Okay, I just saw the magnet, so if I release it now, we should be fine. It's just... No, it's here, it's this one. Yeah, I'm releasing... Those of you who are accustomed to PZB might be like, oh no, he's releasing it way too often, but I'm just erring on the side of caution because these safety systems are a pain in the rear end. It took me 2 days to figure out how to do this. Nice, there's the passing the Meissen service. See ya, chump. Alright, we are cleared up to 160. Right, signals are green. No more need to release LZB and PZB. Oh! Another thing I don't like about Nahverkehr Dresden. You see that? When this route originally came out as part of Trains in World 2 Rush Hour, crikey, that's a long way back. This route was riddled with missing overhead catenary. They claimed they fixed it, and yet, here we are. Look at this. Missing overhead catenary, despite the fact they've completely overhauled the entire catenary. That's ridiculous. And that issue, that missing catenary issue, that's been around since the remaster was released. They haven't patched it in that time, which is really annoying. One thing I'm glad has been patched is when the Expert 101 originally came out, the horn had a really terrible audio loop, but so it's like cutting out partway through the horn, a bit like the old Rapid Transit. What is it? The old Rapid Transit Talent 2 with the horn. But thankfully, Trains in Germany patched that. So thanks, fellas. Yeah, I must say the cab car is certainly an interesting looker. And also another thing about the cab car is it has a tap changer. It's very similar to the BR111 in terms of cab layout, I must say, which is striking for a modern locomotive. Alright, we are up at line speed. Signal is good. Oh, you know one thing I just noticed? Look here. ribbed thing, like ribbed roof with like grooves in it. Cab car doesn't have those. Wonder why. We're absolutely booking it right now. Look at this. Oh man, what an awesome locomotive. The only modern German locomotive in the game that really matches this in terms of quality is the Vectron by Dovetail Games, DR193, whether it's in Railpool or Deutsche Bahn livery. Right, you're heading to Dresden. I'm guessing that's the service from Meissen. Let me see. Yep, I was totally right. So that's one service from Meissen. Right. If the signal continues to be good, we should be in the clear. But if LZB does come down, a little notification will pop up here telling me what speed to slow down to, which is nice. It's nice that that's included in the HUD, because otherwise I wouldn't know how to do it. Yeah. Yeah. I think visually the exterior model is basically the same as the old Dovetail 101. But I think it has had like a few, it has had a few changes, which I'm not sure of. Okay, we're going down to 130 in a minute. So we've got to get these fly past shots when we can. Yeah. I love how the expert BR101 timetable that comes with the DLC, I love how that includes a layer for the iced tea. I know how terrible the iced tea is in terms of quality, but it's just nice to have another place to run the iced tea rather than the Kinzigtaubahn. Because I do not really like the Kinzigtaubahn, because the performance, especially around Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, like, it's the worst performing route in the game by a considerable margin. If you remember at the start of Trains of World 4, the new timetable for what was it? New timetable for New York to Trenton. Remember how terrible that was in terms of performance? Well, this is worse. Alright, gotta go down to 130. Let's just make sure. Oh no. Okay, we're now heading onto the bypass line. Oh, come on! Zwangsbremsung. Why? No, we were going so well. Ah! And Sifa. And we're coming to rather rapid halt. Shut up! What are you doing? Okay, brakes are releasing. Right. We were going so well. I hate LZB and PZB sometimes. Can you release? Okay, you're staying on this part of the AFB. So if I just give you full welly. So yeah, this is what the route. For those of you who don't know, this is what the route looks like. So if we zoom out a long way, so down here, this is Dresden Neustadt. There's the Dresden Flughafen branch. We're here. We're heading out to the bypass line, which follows the normal line quite well, and then ends up at Riesa. The line to the left of that is the old transit line, which is only used by the S-Bahn Dresden services. Here's the branch to Meissen-Trebestal, and here's the branch to Grossenhain. It certainly has a lot more route coverage than its Train Sim Classic counterpart. All the Train Sim Classic version gets is the Riesa to Dresden normal line and bypass lines. This also has a couple of branches to keep you entertained. Just make sure those are acknowledged. Good thing I have a full keyboard. because the LZB and PZB acknowledge and release keys are the paged down and end keys respectively. So, okay, just make sure those are released. Okay, SIFA. Yeah. Apart from that minor incident, we've been doing pretty well so far, I must say. Oh, hello. Right, we're clear up to 160 again. Nice. Why are my doors showing up as open on the HUD? They're locked. That's weird. I think that's a bug with the HUD rather than the train. SIFA. Alright, we are booking it. Okay, I think the reason the emergency brake application was done was, I think I didn't slow down in time for that 130, and it was like, nope, nope, you can't, we're not having that, I'm going to give you full emergency brake. So yeah, if we have a fault, it'll appear here, and then I hit the ST button, and the fault shows up, and we can hopefully correct it by just pulling one of the circuit breakers, but... Okay, right, 140 limit coming up. I'll try to slow down for that well in advance. I think I need to, like, release LZB and PZB before that limit comes into force. Excuse me. Alright, it's a 120 limit, so I'll slow down for both limits at the same time. Absolutely booking it. I must say, Nahverkehr Dresden, for all of its little minor quibbles, like, and not occasional subpar scenery, and for all that, it's actually not that bad when you think about it. It's by far the best modern German route in the game. I mean, some people will say Mainz Autobahn. I don't have Mainz Autobahn, so I'll just say this. If you give me another emergency brake application, you evil machine. Alright, acknowledge that. I think I just saw a speed limit change sign. Every time I see a speed sign on the side, I'll just hit the acknowledge button. There we go. Release that. Okay, we've done it. I think, okay, the answer is just slowing down quicker than before. Come on. Make sure that's acknowledged. Just trying to keep it okay, acknowledge that. Acknowledge the new limit. Right. Alright. Well, I think we're in the clear for now. I know we didn't have to sound the horn, but I just wanted to. First level crossing of the day. Nice. Can't imagine what the traffic would be like if the bypass line didn't exist, and all the freight and the express and the ICEs and the S-Bahn services were all funneled into this corridor. That'd be just atrocious traffic. Oh, hello, what's that? That is an MRC 185 noise with some tankers on the back. My one big overarching worry is if we get stuck behind one of those freighters, because on the bypass line they are limited to 100 kilometers an hour. So if we get stuck behind them, we'll have to slow down. Not as if we're going much faster than 100, but that would still be absolutely terrible if we got stuck behind one of those cheeky little beggars. Let's see. Oh, here's another of the branches I forgot to mention. This is Nordenau Yard. It's where a lot of the stuff, freight stuff comes from. Spawns in, anyway. Don't appear to be much traffic. What are you? Oh, it's a rock. Alright. I don't think we'll... it's going to be pushing it to get there and to get to reset in time. But we're Deutsche Bahn! Everyone, it'll be fine! Deutsche Bahn are always late. Yeah, like... What, you hear that? Is that what a 101 actually sounds like? It's like a vacuum cleaner sound. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, window lock doesn't really make much difference to the ambient sound, but it's no need to have it open, really. It's pretty cool how you can use this thing for freight services on Dresden to Chemnitz, but yeah, I can't do those services because I don't have Dresden to Chemnitz, and I don't want Dresden to Chemnitz because that's probably one of the poorer routes in this game. And then the 612 from Dresden to Chemnitz layers onto, oh, what's the route I'm thinking of? Layers onto the Maintalbahn, even though the 612 never ran on the Maintalbahn in real life, which is just weird. Just make sure to acknowledge the new speed limit when that comes. Right, acknowledged. SIFA acknowledged. We are just gotta wait for the entire train to make its way past the sign, and there we go. We are clear up to 160. Nice. About time too. I just love this intercity livery for some reason. I know a lot of I know a lot of trains in Germany use this. The IC and ICE trains all use this white with red stripe, but I think the 101 looks the best in the white and red stripe livery. The red livery in comparison now just looks boring. Wait a minute. Did I just see what I thought I saw? So if you have a look. Ah, of course. The wires clip through the bottom of the bridge. Look at that. Terrible. Yeah. I must say, this is a really cool train. Like, if you could get, I mean, probably the biggest problem I have with this unit is the just obscene price. Like, charging full route cost for one locomotive. Like, I know a lot of people think this is, a lot of people, like just rave about this thing and say it's the best, but honestly, it's beyond the upper limit of what most people would pay for a locomotive, and probably for a route. So if you do want to get this thing, I advise you wait for a good sale. Like, Steam does them every like 3-4 months, and then like there's an Xbox one, like, I don't know, what the heck? My cabbage just like darkened as if it was like, there it goes again. What was that? Huh. Anyway, yeah, like, it's beyond the upper limit of what I was prepared to pay, certainly at full price, so just wait for a sale. Xbox, as I said before, does 1 year, not too often, but on PlayStation, there's a decent PlayStation sale every so often. And there's also decent Epic Game sales as well. So if you want to pick this up, do this in a sale and support trains in Germany, because they're the best. They're the best when it comes to German stuff in this game. That's for sure. Did we just cross it? Yes, we did. We just crossed over the Grossenhain branch. All right. Okay, 130 limit coming up. I'm sure the comment section is going to have a field day saying how I can do Elsa B and P's and be better, but also the GSMR appears to work, but I have no idea how it works, and it's and it's a radio, so it's not really like vital to the functioning of the train. It's just nice to have that functional. I think the only other train which has a functional German GSMR is the modded version of the what is it? The Ice 1 from Kassel to Würzburg. That mod actually got updated. You can find it over on the Train Sim community website, PC only. If you have Kassel to Würzburg and want to enhance your experience, then I can highly recommend that mod. Speaking of which, the Expert 101 also layers onto that route as well. Alright. Downhill we go. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it in time, but hey ho. Oh! Coming up back onto the main line, so. Right. Make sure to acknowledge that sign. I think that's how it's done. Slow down, please. I'm slowing down to 120 early, I know, but... Oh, another branch I also forgot to mention is the one to the Nunkritz chemical plant. You can do some shunting over there with the... Oh, what is it? With the 363 shunter. Yeah. I love how this computer is functional. It's so cool. Look, you see that? It says Induci fault simulation. The Induci hasn't been... This train... isn't fitted with Induci, so I'm wondering if the 101, the computer was fitted before PZB was a thing and Induci was still a thing. The 101's actually pretty old, I must say. Fun fact about these screens on either side, those run Windows 98. Yeah, Windows 98, modded for, like a heavily redone version, of course, but still Windows 98, which is crazy. You'd have thought they'd have updated the operating system on these ancient pieces of machinery, but there you go. If you want a more in-depth look on how this locomotive works, I've only really been scratching the surface. Jimmy Daly, shout out to him. He did a three or four part series on his channel where he went over the train with the route manual, with the DLC manual author. Yeah, the bloke who actually wrote the manual for this thing. So if you want to go check that out, that'd be pretty, yeah, that'd pretty cool. Shout out to him. Yeah. Also, if you're wondering if the original Dovetail one, buying the original Dovetail 101 grants you a discount for this, no, it does not. Just telling you that right now. Because, yeah. I don't think there's there's pretty much no discount for this thing at any time except on the sale. Which is... Whoa. That was a freeze and a half. What was that? Can't wait to try the Intercity cab car. That thing should be a picnic. I mean, AFB is controlling my speed right now since we're in an LZB zone. When's the next service? The 12:58 RE50 to Leipzig. Oh, there's a... What is that? Let me have a look. Can't tell what that is. It's probably a 143 since those spawn more often, but it's good just to check. Let's see what this is, and it is a... Yeah, it's a 143. Despite the fun fact, the 143 used on this route is the wrong variant for this part of Germany, apparently. Alright. Okay. Reset in 6.7 kilometers, and we've only got 1 minute left until we're supposed to get there. I think we are going to be late. But as I said before, it's Deutsche Bahn. Oof. Yeah, there's two different other variants of this locomotive that I probably should have mentioned. There's one in the normal red with this cockpit configuration, and then there's also one in red, but with but with uh but with a modern digital screen here. These screens on the left and right are unchanged in that version. You hear that little, like, quick air hiss sound? That's from the horn. Don't know why that is, but it's pretty. I like the attention to detail. Those signs mean something. I can't remember what that means. Oh, I know what it is. We're in the neutral section. Oh, dang it. Circuit breaker. Yep, we're running under our own power. We're running under no power. Let me. Oh no. That's what those signs mean. It's a neutral section. Awesome. Right. Why are you 1, 2, 3? There we go. Circuit breaker closed. Right. I forgot you have to hold the circuit breaker in order for it to work. Right. Right. That I was like, when I saw those blue signs, like something triggered in my memory. It's like, oh no, something's about to happen, and I don't remember what it is. Alright, there's the... I don't know where those tracks come from, but yeah. There's the tracks to the Rotterdam branch, which is where, as I said before, a lot of the freight services originate. Right, okay, yellow signal, so I'll have to acknowledge it. 3 kilometers to run. Please. Alright, actually... I'll keep the throttle full for now. Right, yellow signal, 80 limit. Right. I'm having to concentrate so much more when using L's of B, P's of B. Alright, let's start slowing down now. Actually, no, we don't have to slow down now. Doesn't matter. Just have to make sure to acknowledge that yellow signal, otherwise the P's of B will roast me for lunch. And that's not a figure of speech either. Alright, there's the warning. Oh, oh, okay, right. Slow down to 85, right. Slow down to 85. Right. 1000 hertz magnet. Think. I'm panicking. Slow down. Shut the throttle off. Right. Okay, we've got... Why are you sitting? Why? It's probably because I've got a red signal. It's probably letting me know. I think. Let's hit the override switch. There we go. Alright, welcome. Can we get to Risa? 3 minutes late, but who cares? No, again! Damn it! Oh, shut up! Right, override. Where's the override button? Oh, come on, not those Zwangsbremsung. I even forgot to release the direct brake before we left, haha. Shut up! Why are you not working? Okay, there we go. If I just hold acknowledge. Oh, hello. Okay, brake pipe's recharging. Okay, I think we've forced the system to override itself. I can't open the doors because part of the train's out the platform. Darn it. Let's give it like 50% juice. There's a 363 over there ready to head down to the chemical plant. Ah, come on. Move. Ah, sorry. Really sorry, passengers. Right. 500 hertz magnet equals chaos. Wait, why did it... Why is it not releasing the brakes? Stay low before... Okay, I'll turn AFB off. Why are you not working? Alright, let's just give it full juice. What's that over there? Looks like another train coming through. I'll just hold the acknowledge button. I know it'll keep talking in the background, but I don't care. I just want to get to the platform and get the passengers off ASAP. Because I do not... I hate I hate 500 hertz magnets so much. There's another MIC 185. Alright, full brakes. Shut up, AFB. Alright, unlock the doors, finally. Release brakes. That is a long freight train coming through, I must say. 500 hertz. I must say, for my first time doing a full run with LZB and PZB, I'm pretty proud of myself. Only a couple of emergency brake applications. Wait. Why are we still out of the platform? The stop place must be bugged. Unlock doors. Oh. Huh? Dresden to Cologne. Use safety systems. Extra 4,000 points for using the safety system. On-time bonus was only 65. Accuracy bonus was 300. Nice. So yeah, that'll be all for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.